What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video we're gonna be doing a tier list video for CZN, and it's gonna be an updated tier list, right, for the global release. I did make a tier list like 2 weeks ago or so, based on CBD, but now a lot of things have changed, and yeah, we're just gonna be doing the tier list video. And yeah, you guys can let me know if you guys agree or disagree with the tier list. I'll try to make this tier list as accurate as possible, guys, okay, based on everything I've seen and you know, my personal taste and stuff like that. And yeah, let's get to it, guys. Of course, the tier list is very simple. Of course, we got the broken tier, we got very strong, mid, and meh, right? Yeah, pretty simple format right there. And now let's get to it, guys. Of course, I'm not gonna be going like, you know, deep diving into like their kit and stuff like that as much, because it's gonna take forever if I do that. So yeah, if you guys want to know what each of these characters do, I made a video talking about the buff and nerfs all these characters received upon the global release. So you guys can go and check that video out. And yeah, you'll get a good idea on which characters did get a good change or not, right? And yeah, so and then you could like come back to this video and yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree with the tier list, okay? Anyways, let's get to it, guys. Okay, so we have the broken tier, we have Calipe, Melin, and Mika, right? Now the biggest change is Calipe. I am gonna put her down one tier below, okay? Calipe is still very strong, very broken character, but her damage capability is not as strong as she used to be, guys, okay? CBD wise, she was absolutely disgusting, okay? But now they nerfed her. Of course, the biggest nerf she received is one of her cards that was called Absolute Protection. Now it used to do 200% damage, AoE damage before, but now it just gives you 100% protection like shield, and it gives you an AoE retain, like card retain effect, right? So for your cards, it will give you the retain effect similar to Orlia's skills, okay? So yeah, the damage from it have been removed, okay? So that's why I put her a tier below, but she's still very strong character, okay? Melin, she's gonna be staying there, okay? Melin is still absolutely broken. Of course, they did nerf her ultimate. You know, before it used to give her like 100 something crit rate and 100 something crit damage and stuff like that, which was kind of crazy. But now it just gives her more hits for her next basic attack cards. You know, that will allow her to do more combos on her cards, right, on her skills, right? So it's actually a better change than what she used to have before. And now yeah, it's a very good, still absolutely broken single target character here, okay? So Melin, she gonna be staying here. Mika definitely gonna be staying here, okay? Mika is the most broken healer in the game, guys, okay? The fact that she could give you like, she's pretty much an AP battery, okay? Because she has on her kit, she got a thing called a wave, and the more like those waves can stack up 3 times, and when you get 3 stacks, she gives you a free AP, guys, okay? So very good. You guys don't need to do anything. If you just use any of her cards, she gonna get a stack of wave, and when the waves gets to 3, she gives you AP. She have different buffing skills. She also have crazy healing capability, and the absolutely broken character, okay? Now we're gonna go to the very strong tier. Hugo, absolutely broken. I'm actually gonna move him up a tier, okay? This guy is just disgusting, okay? His whole thing is pretty much follow-up damage, okay? So whenever anyone uses a card, he gets a stack of hand comments, and based on those stacks, he attacks after the character's attack, okay? Well, after the ally's attack, he attacks with a follow-up. And yeah, of course, when he attacks, he loses a stack of hand comments, but he could stack it up again, and you know, keep rinse and repeat, and his damage is crazy, guys. This guy does crazy amount of damage, okay? Next up we have Nia. Nia, I'll put her down here. She works, actually no, Nia, she gonna stay there. Actually, I don't see many people using her, to be honest, but she's actually a very strong character, especially with Hugo, because what Nia does is pretty much her whole thing is she just discards cards, and the character she discards card from can do a follow-up attack at the end of the turn, guys, okay? Which is really good, and that really synergizes very well with Hugo, because his whole thing is follow-up. So if she discards his cards, he does a follow-up attack, right? And he also have his own follow-up attack, so you're gonna do follow-up attacks back to back and stuff like that. So yeah, because these two combination is crazy. If you put him with Hugo, she's gonna be like up here, okay? But by herself, like with other character, she's not that crazy. Of course, her ultimate is also very good, by the way. So her ultimate gives her effect called disable, I think. And what disable does pretty much is it allows all the allies to do a follow-up attack on random enemy at the end of the turn, which is really strong. She's actually very fun character to use in the team, guys, okay? So if you guys are trying to, especially against like single target bosses, when all allies like do follow-up attacks, they're gonna be targeting a single target enemy and they're just gonna be melting that dude, okay? Yeah, so Nia is actually very strong. She could also work really well with Melin, right? With her Melin does combos, right? She does have counters as well. Yeah, she works great with her. She works great with Magna as well. Yeah, Nia actually, I think I'll put her here actually. I think she's still gonna be here, guys, okay? Her kit is actually very strong. And her ultimate also discards all the cards from the draw pile, okay? She discards all the cards from the draw pile and she increases the damage by 50%, and that stacks up to 5 times. So yeah, Nia is actually a very good support character and very fun character to use. So I think I'll leave her here. She's still very strong, guys, okay? Yeah, that's between here or here, right? I think I'll put her here. You guys, let me know if you guys agree with her, okay? Magna, she's gonna be staying here, okay? She's still very strong. She's not quite broken, but she's very strong, okay? So Magna, she's gonna stay here. She's one of the best tanks to use for your team, and she works really well with like Calipe right here, and she works really well with Melin as well because they both counter. Magna does AoE counter, she does single target counters, and yeah, very good character. And yeah, I think she's still gonna be there. Next up, Rin, I'll put her here, okay? Rin is absolutely broken, guys. They did buff her damage a little bit, and yeah, that made her a lot stronger, guys, okay? I am very happy about that, okay? If you guys don't know, I am a Rin main. I love Rin, and yeah, I'm glad she's very strong. People say she's hard to use, but to be honest, for me, she's very easy to use, guys. The only problem you guys might run into is RNG. If you guys don't have good RNG, she's kind of useless, because what happens is if she can't pull the cards that says like obtain dark blade stance or dark mist blade art stance, if you don't manage to pull those cards, what ends up happening is her kit, you're gonna get half of her kit, okay? Because all of her cards require, or her damaging cards requires the stances to get extra effects, okay? So yeah, but you guys can fix that problem by using somebody like Barrel, right? That could draw cards. So if you get Battle RNG, you could draw cards and get those obtain stance cards. Or you could also use Cassius. He will let you select a card and pick the card you want from the pile, right, from the deck. Very good, right? You could fix it like that. And yeah, she's very good. She could also pull cards out by herself right there. So yeah, Rin is absolutely broken, and her damage capability is very strong as well, okay? So yeah, Rin, she's gonna go up there. Maribel, she's gonna stay here. She's one of the best tanks in the game, guys. Of course, I think a lot of you guys are using Maribel because she's the only 4-star character that's a tank we have in the game at the moment, besides like Calipe and Magna, but they both are like 5 stars. But of course we have Owen too, but she's a little bit better than Owen, right? Yeah, Maribel, very strong character. She also does have counter, so if you guys are planning to use a full counter team, you guys can definitely do so, because you got Magna right here, you got Maribel, you got Melin, who all do counter attacks, right? Very strong team right here, okay? Of course, if you need sustain or you don't want to use like 2 tanks, you guys can use somebody like Melin that will allow you to do follow-up attacks, or you can use Mika, right? Very good stuff. And yeah, very strong character right here, Maribel, right? Okay? Lucas, he's a very good AoE 4-star character. If you guys are limited on option for AoE DPS, he's very good. But I will put him here, okay? He's not as strong now, I think, because with the addition of Haru especially, it's just like, yeah, like his value is like not needed, guys, okay? Of course, he's really good with Lucas, okay? With Luke and Lucas, okay? These two together are very good, but by himself, he's not that crazy, guys, okay? So I'll put him down here. Next up, we have Teresa. I am actually gonna, I don't know, I want to put Teresa here so bad, guys, okay? The only problem you guys might run on Teresa is if you guys are facing somebody that cannot be debuffed, okay? If you can't debuff with Teresa, she hits like a wet noodle. Okay, she's terrible without the Agni stacks. Okay, but if you can utilize the Agni stack, she's the most broken character ever, guys, when it comes to like DOT damage. Okay, yeah, she's very strong, but I think I'll still gonna leave her here. Of course, she works really well with Hugo, by the way, because her Agni stack and the dot stack actually help Hugo stack up his comments stacks. And of course, what Hugo does is his all things follow up, and those follow up are based on the amount of hunt comments stack he got. Okay, so whenever he does a follow up, he loses a stack of comments. Okay, but with Teresa, you can stack that shit up very easily. Okay, yeah, Hugo, Teresa and Mika team, very strong team. You could also use Teresa with Charon, another very strong team. Okay, but yeah, Teresa is very, man, she's broken, man. I love her. Yeah, I pretty much use her everywhere, by the way. Next up we got Selena. I think I'll leave Selena here as well. She's a very strong character. Her whole thing is pretty much she got mark, something called like mark stacks, and those mark they increase her attack card damage by 100%, and extra attack does tenacity damage. Okay, so she's very good when it comes to breaking the boss's tenacity bar. Okay, she's very good for that, and she can buff herself by those mark stacks, and yeah, she does crazy damage as well. Okay, I think she's the only character in the game that does damage to tenacity. Okay, well, slash the break bar on the enemies. Okay, so very, very strong character, and she's very unique, so I like her. Yeah, she is gonna be here as well. Of course, if you guys also have like Solia partner right here, that's the most amazing combination right here. Okay, because Solia also provides Selena with more mark stack. Okay, and yeah, that means she will do more damage. She could break the boss very easily and stuff like that, right? So Selena, very strong character. Renoa is another very strong character, but I think I'll still gonna leave her here. You guys let me know if I should move her up, but I think this is a good spot for her. Okay, so Renoa, of course, her whole thing is she stacks up Dirge Bullet. Well, it's not stack, it's more of like having Dirge Bullets on hand, and by discarding those Dirge Bullets, she could do more damage as well. Okay, so she have two different playstyles. One is by discarding Dirge Bullets to do follow-up damage at the end of the turn, or to do damage on the turn by using one of our other cards that discards all the Dirge Bullets and buffs the attack, right? So yeah, you could use her like that, or you could just use her by not discarding the cards, but by like doing damage based on the amount of Dirge Bullets on hand, right? So yeah, she have two different playstyle. She's very fun, I'm not gonna lie, especially when you have like the whole hand is like full of Dirge Bullets, and you discard all of them, exhaust all of them, and she just does beep, beep, beep. It's just like, yo, she's fun. I love using her. She's a very strong character, but I think I'll put her out. I don't know, is she as strong as like Calipe or Magna or Teresa? I don't know about that. Right? Yeah, I think I'll leave her here, right? Because yeah, she pretty much need to be able to utilize your whole hand, okay, for her to do the most damage. That's the only issue I have. Same with Orlia, right? These two they got similar issue, right? Orlia, she needs your hand to be full of her own cards, her own like creation cards, because her kit gets better based on the amount of creation cards on hand. So yeah, similar things, right? These two are similar. Same with Luke, he's also similar. Yeah, these three, they got very similar issue, guys. Okay, which I'm not a fan of, I'm not gonna lie, because you know, so if if your hand is full of only these card, then you know, how are you able to be utilize like other card, right? So that's the only issue I have with these cards. Okay, that's why I put them here. Yeah, they just require too much space on your hand. Okay, but yeah, but outside of that, very strong character. Orlia is very strong character as well, but of course everyone uses Mika instead of Orlia, which makes sense. Mika is simpler to use. She's just better. She provides free AP, free everything, and yeah, she's just OP, right? She also provides you shield, which Orlia have. You know, she definitely have better shielding capability and better healing capability, but outside of that, she's better, right? And Yeah, but Lucas, he gonna be there. Karen, he gonna move up a little bit. This guy damage is actually insane. Bro is just broken, okay? A lot of people who use Karen know how strong he is, okay? Yeah, Karen definitely gonna move up, guys. And he did receive some buffs and some nerfs with the changes, but he is still very strong character, and he melts enemies, guys. Okay, this guy is just disgusting, okay? Especially if you are using him with Teresa, just bro, just insane, okay? And he works even better with Teresa now because they added Agni debuff effect on his cards, so he could help Teresa stack up her Agni's stacks as well. So yeah, Teresa and Karen with Mika combo, absolutely disgusting team, okay? Yeah, that's just Karen also requires a lot of AP and EP, right? Yeah, AP, right? It's called AP. He requires a lot of AP, and Mika provides him with more AP. So yeah, just yeah, Mika, Teresa, and Karen, absolutely broken team right there, okay? Orlia, I am gonna move her here, okay? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I'll move her here. Orlia is, I mean, not Orlia, bro. Beryl. Beryl is actually broken, guys. Okay, this card, bro. I started using her recently, and she's just amazing, man. She does a crazy amount of damage, and she also have a card. She have one of the most broken cards in the game, guys. Okay, that lets her draw like 3 cards out of nowhere, guys. Just right from the get-go, you just be able to draw 3 cards, and yeah, just better your odds of getting a better hand on your like cards and team, right? So yeah, Beryl, very strong character. She does crazy damage. You mostly use her for like sub DPS role and support to provide you with more cards and stuff like that, similar to Cassius, but she's simpler to use than Cassius. But yeah, Beryl is a very strong character, I think. Maybe she's not top tier. Ooh, okay. Okay, I think I'll put it here. Okay, it's fine. Okay, you guys, okay, it's fine. Since you could only use the draw 3 card once in a game, I'll put it here. Yeah, but of course, if you got the Epiphany that lets you draw 2 more cards by the beginning of the turn, then she is like top tier, right? But yeah, Beryl is a very strong character, of course. If you guys seen my previous video, I was showing you guys the build on Beryl, and yeah, she's very, very good character, okay? I think for now, I'll put her here. Yeah, very strong character, okay? Cassius, he's gonna stay here. He's very strong. I'll put him top of strong, okay? He's a very fun character and very strong character. Of course, he's really good with Haru as well, because Haru, she needs her anchor shot cards quite a lot. She wants to spam that card, and Cassius allows her to get those cards by selecting a specific card right out of your deck and into your hand, right? So Cassius is very good, but Beryl can do similar things as well. But Beryl is more random. Compared to like Cassius. Cassius allows you to select cards to put on your hand, right? Which is pretty cool. And he could also discard your entire hand and give you new ones, which is really good, guys. So if you get like absolutely shafted by RNG, you can just discard all of them, and maybe you'll end up with better cards on hand, right? Yeah, Cassius is very good actually. I'm actually Cassius could be up here actually, honestly. Okay, I'll put it like that. Okay, yeah, Cassius, very good character. Okay, of course they did nerf him a little bit. One of his cards used to cost 0 AP, but now it costs 1. But that's not that much of a nerf. That's pretty, it's needed. He's very strong otherwise, right? So yeah, Cassius, very good character. Beryl is very good as well, of course. Next up we have Owen. Owen is pretty much, he's a very good DPS tank character, okay? He does have a lot of AoE capability as well. He does crazy damage, but his whole thing is of course based on defense damage, which is really good. He provides a good amount of shield as well. He does follow-up attack as well, which is pretty good. And Owen is in general like a very strong balanced character actually. So if you guys want to use him, he's very good, okay? For your like fire team, he's very, very good, okay? But yeah, but he's not as crazy, right? His kit is very simple and like kind of basic, right? But yeah, Owen, very strong character. He gonna stay here as though. Luke, I'll still gonna put him mid, okay? I'm not a fan of Luke, guys, okay? Luke he's just not good, man. The only place people use the Luke is in the I think it was Bastion of outer space or something, the tower mode style game mode. Yeah, Bastion of hyperspace. Yeah, Bastion of hyperspace. Okay, in that game mode, on the green stage, you kind of need them, because the higher you go, the more difficult the enemies gonna become. So for that stage, you gonna need them. Okay, I think it was like stage 6 or 7 where you need like a green DPS, and he's the only green DPS we have in the game, guys. But I refuse to use him, man. Even if I get him, I'm not gonna use him, guys. Okay, I'm not a fan of Luke, so he's gonna stay in the mid tier. Okay, he works great with his brother right here, but yeah. Veronica, she is gonna be going up here. Okay, Veronica is disgusting. Okay, this character, she could actually go. You know what? I'm actually gonna put Veronica up here, guys. Okay, let me just fix this tier list a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put it like this. Okay, Veronica is actually insane. Okay, this chick, the new buff they give her on her Circle Ski card is very good. Okay, so her whole thing is, right, she no, not her, she got like 6 ballistas torrents she summons. Okay, and then those ballistas, they do extra damage every time they turn in this guys, which is broken. Okay, yeah, she just does a passive non-stop damage. Okay, she's just really good, really fun character to use. Okay, yeah, Veronica is amazing, guys. I don't know what I was thinking putting her here. I guess it makes sense, you know. In the CBD, she wasn't that good, to be honest, but now she's like, yeah, she's very strong. Okay, so if you guys have Veronica, yeah, she's very strong, guys. Okay, yeah, her ballista stacks are actually crazy, guys. Okay, those things do so much damage, and yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, of course she could also summon her ballistas. She gets like a reload, I think a release or reload stacks that increase the ballista damage, and whenever the ballista attack, you're gonna lose the stack of that reload or release stack. But when you alt, you're gonna get a max stack on that thing, and you're gonna be doing, which means you're gonna be doing more damage and stuff like that. Veronica is very good, man. She's a very good sub DPS, like passive DPS character. Okay, passive sub DPS character. Okay, she's very good. Okay, you put her in the team, you just summon the ballistas, and every time the turn in this, she does cheap damage, and she's gonna melt things. Okay, not even cheap damage, her damage is actually kind of crazy on the ballistas. Okay, yeah, Veronica, very strong character. Haru, she gonna go up here, obviously. Yeah, Haru just disgusting. Okay, she's a ramping up character who does like crazy amount of damage with her anchor shot, and she have a crazy multiplier on her skills, man. On her AoE skill does insane damage, her single target skill also does crazy damage. Like, bro, Haru is just broken. Of course, she does require a lot of setup though, which is kind of annoying, but if you use like somebody that provided with draw cards like a Beryl or Cassius, she's very simple to use. Okay, yeah, she does require a lot of like RNG as well, similar to Rin. Yeah, but of course she ramps up a little bit more than Rin. But yeah, very strong character, guys. Okay, and yeah, with Beryl, bro, like Haru and Beryl team is actually disgusting, guys. Okay, you put Mika, you put Beryl, and you put Haru, very strong team. And of course, Haru is also AP hungry character, so you put Mika, who provides you with AP. It's just like, dude, like that's just game over, bro. Like, I'm gonna make a team tier list, well, not tier list, but based teams in the game. You guys can make video next, and yeah, I'll just show you guys how strong these guys are. Okay, yeah, but very good stuff right here. Okay, we got this chick right here. I'm gonna put her here. Okay, I'll put her tier above, as done before. I put her in May because she wasn't that good, to be honest, on the CBD, but you know, she did get a little bit buff, and she's a little bit better now. Okay, I forgot her name. Let me just double check real quick, guys. Okay. Let me just real quick. Okay, 4 stars, right? Amir, right? Amir. Yeah. So of course, Amir, her whole thing is she got a metallization effect that pretty much buffs her attack and buffs her defense, so she could tank better. And yeah, she's very simple character. Yeah, she's very similar to like Owen when it comes to like the simplicity of their kit. And yeah, but she's a decent tank if you guys want to use her, but she's nothing crazy, guys. Okay. So I'll put it here. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for the tier list, man. Of course we got all the partners, but I'm not making the partner tier list. Partners is like very easy to understand, guys. If you just read the kit of the partner, you'll know right away, like which cards are they gonna be good on. Okay, because for example, right, you look at this partner right here. That partner is meant for Rin, right? Because it tells you this partner buffs void damage or stuff like that, right? So yeah, very simple stuff to understand for the partner. But yeah, card wise, yeah, this is a tier list. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Yeah, the very strong tier is kind of crowded, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Nia, let me see if I could make any changes here. Selena, I'll put her as the end of the very strong tier. Nia also gonna go like right here. Yep. Maribel. Yeah. So yeah, I think this pretty much tier list. Yeah, let me know if you guys agree or not with the tier list. I think that's a pretty accurate tier list in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much for the video. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, see you guys on the next video. Yeah, see you.